Hey guys, thank you for joining me. Let me try and find a good angle. I had the dual camera on. Okay, let's see. Where can I put this? Start to ground ourselves, especially if you've had a busy, rushed morning like me. Let's go ahead and just find a comfortable seat. You don't have to be seated in like lotus pose or anything, just anywhere comfortable. You can even be lying down. Go ahead and start to close your eyes. Start to bring your focus within. Lengthening your inhales, keeping them smooth and controlled. Breathing all the way to the top of your breath, all the way into your belly. And big exhale out through your mouth. Let everything go. Anything from yesterday, the week before, we're setting the intention to bring ourselves to the present moment. So we're forgetting about what we need to do today or what happened earlier. We just want to focus on what our body is feeling in this moment, and with all of our five senses. Colors that we see, what tastes do we have in our mouth, and just noticing your environment, noticing how you are within your body with all your five senses, and just setting the intention to try and stay with our breath, stay with that smooth, steady breath cycle, and just having grace for ourselves. We have a lot of distractions that come up. So if you do find that you are wandering off in your mind and you do have any distractions, have grace and just slowly start to bring yourself back into your body. Start to anchor your awareness onto your breath. So just keep those steady breath cycles. I'm not in the most comfortable seat right now, so I'm just gonna shift a little bit. Just do my best here. I'm just going to test how this sounds on my lap like this. Just staying with the silence, staying with the stillness. And it'll be guided, so I'll go through it. I'll go through each posture. Grand Rising. I'm on a mountain right now, so I have to find a even surface that I can practice on. Let's see. Let me go ahead and find that even surface, a safe surface that I can do my yoga practice on. It's a beautiful sunrise. Where is it? There it is. Some light codes for you. Okay. I'm gonna make my way back down to the main trail so I can try and find somewhere I can do yoga. Okay, you guys might see me fall if anyone is watching, but that is the perk of being a yoga teacher. My balance is on point. Story time of how this hike started. I started it at 5 a.m. and it was pitch dark here. The snow made it a little brighter actually, but I had my little selfie light as like a flashlight, and it's a little slippery here, so definitely wear shoes with good traction if you try. If you ever try this. But basically I was following someone else's footsteps because the trail started to get covered in snow. So I was following someone else's footsteps thinking it would be safe. It was dark and it led me off trail. So I was down this mountain. I was pretty far down. It was actually a lot steeper and the snow was super deep. I don't have snowshoes, so I had to literally like scale a snowy mountain to get back on the trail. Luckily, the All Trails maps. The navigation works pretty well, especially if you download it before you lose signal. So I had the All Trails map, and it was pretty intense, but I made my way back to the main trail. And luckily I was able to catch sunrise and to get to the waterfall, but that little detour just really made it cut a lot of my time in half, so I had to skip the waterfall today. I'm just happy I made it to the see the sunrise. And so I did my meditation, and I feel like I really had to work for this sunrise because that was a tough... yes, you're right. I need to follow my own trail. It got a little covered up, so that's why I thought, hey, maybe these footsteps lead me to a safe place, but it didn't. Yeah, always just have your like offline map, especially if you're in the mountains hiking. And then I made sure to tell like a few people where I'm going, so that if anything happens, I'll be safe. Right now I'm just trying to find, it's a little slippery, so I'm just trying to find an area that's stable and safe for me to do a standing yoga practice. Little chipmunks running around. It's a little slippery. I have the dual camera on. I don't know how to turn it back on. My shoes are slip resistant, but it's still... It was pretty scary how deep my feet were sinking in the snow. I don't recommend doing what I did, but like I said, I had the off-trail map, so that led me in the right direction. Always tell somebody, if not a few people, where you're going if you're hiking alone. Okay, it's super icy here, so I have to keep walking until I find a stable ground. Yes, no limitations. As long as, you know, you stay on your P's and Q's. I would be scared to do that if I never hiked this trail, but luckily this is like my 4th time here. And I always read reviews, so if I see that a lot of people have came here super early, hello, then I feel, you know, a little safer to do it. It was completely empty. Now I'm starting to see a few people. Yeah, it's always so worth it to just catch the sunrise. There are so many beautiful colors. And there's like no light pollution, so I just saw like a million stars. It was so beautiful. Okay, this little area looks promising. Oop. Maybe I should walk further, just so I'm not blocking anyone trying to hike. And unfortunately, my breathing is not the best. I have a little history of having asthma, but this really helps me, just strengthening my respiratory system by doing hikes like this in higher elevations and just doing breathing practices while I'm doing it. So just controlling and steadying my breath instead of like panting just really helps strengthen my respiratory system. And it's worked pretty well. I no longer need to use a inhaler, but just a little heads up if you hear me breathing kind of hard. Yeah, still searching for just that perfect spot to do yoga. Hey, you too. Thank you for joining me. Have a good Monday. It's pretty covered, so I think I'm gonna have to walk another like 10 minutes maybe. It's so beautiful. Thank you. I'm actually almost done with this trail. Very close to the parking lot. I might just do the yoga in the parking lot if I can't find a nice spot. It's pretty icy. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Hey, do yoga. I catch myself pretty well. Balance on point. Don't forget to hug a tree. And have no shame. Oh, this is a beautiful view. I don't know how to do that dual camera. I think it would be pretty cool right here. Okay. If anyone knows how to do the dual camera, let me know. But this is my view. It's beautiful. A lot of the times when I do like pretty long hikes like this, I try to do little running spurts to like get down a lot of the distance, and also it just helps me feel better when I'm hiking in the dark. But it is so slippery here. It helps keep me warm too when I do my little running spurts. Oh God. Oh yeah, I can't really run too much here. I did here and there once I saw like some even footing and no ice, like more powdery snow. I did some running spurts when I came across those areas. Yeah, just sort of, using, it's always good to use common sense. So when I saw ice, I had to stop. I don't see anywhere, promising yet to do yoga. I should have stopped where I saw that one spot where it was just dirt. Never overthink things. Usually the first thought that comes to your mind before you start overthinking it is your intuition speaking to you, right? And then if you just keep overthinking it, then you start to get fear, anxiety. You start to doubt yourself when you initially trusted yourself. So always do your best to follow your intuition. And once you keep doing that, it won't be as hard to do it more naturally. The live is called Wellness Boot Camp. I think that's what it's called, because I just changed the title today. So basically what I'm trying to do here is whoever wants to join me each early morning. I'm not going to be hiking like this every morning, of course, because I have, I'm limited as a mommy. But each morning, whether I'm at home or on a hike, whenever I can, I will get on live to do a meditation, sound healing practice, and then a yoga practice, be helpful to anyone, and then I'm actually going to pick up a tarot deck today. I had one before. I tossed it because I listened to the opinions of others, but it was actually pretty helpful for me. So I'm going to get another one that calls to me. You never want to look too hard for a tarot deck, oracle deck. You kind of want to just be open to receiving it if you are looking for one, and then whichever one comes to you naturally, whether it's one that's gifted to you or one that you just easily find. But I've heard that it's always good to just have one gifted to you. And I don't know, I want to slowly just integrate, little messages after yoga, meditation. It's not going to be anything too extensive like full readings that people do, just little messages for the day that hopefully will be helpful to whoever God, highest source, creator brings to this live. Things, New Age spirituality, as they call it, even though it's been around for thousands of years. I was brought to the experiences in my life that I was brought to, so that I am open and receptive to that idea that New Age spirituality and Old Age spirituality are really interconnected. So that's something I can go on about all day. But I will stop there. Ooh. So that's beautiful. See that lake down there? Oh, that's beautiful. I think I want to take a picture. So I paused. Woo! Still pretty slippery. There's so much snow, and this trail is, paved a little bit. And then the sun is just melting the snow and creating this little icy trail. So what I'll be doing tomorrow is I won't be hiking because I'll be home. But I'll do a sound meditation, sound healing meditation, yoga, and I'll offer a little message to whichever collective is called to join my lives. And it won't be like really a set time, but my intention will be to try and do it so that I'm meditating during the sunrise or before the sunrise, maybe doing yoga at sunrise, but every day it'll be around that time of day, basically. This part is super icy. So it's really feeling like I'm just gonna have to wait to get to the parking lot to do yoga. And that's okay. I'm going with the flow. I am a Scorpio sun. So I'm a very fiery, passionate person, but I also have a Capricorn stellium. So, my moon and rising sign are Capricorn. This is something I've been working on a lot lately, is trying not to control how things go. If you know, you know. If you know Capricorns, rigid, schedule, routine, control. But my Scorpio sign is such a huge polarity to that. It helps balance it out. But, ultimately, of course, it's up to me to balance it out so that I'm not leaning into one side of me more than the other. So something I've been working on recently is just trying not to control situations and just going with the flow more, or just in a balanced way. Going with a balanced flow. So, we all have masculine and feminine within us. So just sort of finding that inner balance, allowing my masculine side to protect me, plan things out, do the research so that I'm safe. And then when I'm actually doing the action that I planned for, just letting my feminine side lead and just going with the flow and being completely present. Being open and receptive to whatever happens. Not really finding balance, just sort of owning that identity of being either super feminine or super masculine, when really we're both, and we just need to find that balance. This is one of my favorite views here. That is Lake Tahoe right there. I love that view. The guy was, he was waiting for me to pass, trail etiquette. But I didn't think anyone else was on the trail yet, so I was just talking to you guys on live while he's just standing there waiting for me. I feel bad. That happens. But I was completely present on my way in. Just so important when you're out in nature, so just to be completely present. So that's why I don't feel too bad about being live right now, being on my device. I think I found a good spot. It's not too icy. The dirt will be my traction so that I won't fall. It looks pretty even here. So it's beautiful, beautiful view. So if you do want to join me on this yoga practice, you can find a little comfortable area where you can stand. It will be guided, and no yoga mat is needed. I don't have my yoga mat. I can't tell if you can see me because the glare, but this is just the best spot right now. So, just drink some water. He was walking in front of me and he just like nonchalantly drops his garbage on the ground. Bring out what you take in. Keep the trails beautiful and lovely. I no longer talk to that person. It says a lot about somebody's character if you can litter in such a beautiful place like this. So yeah, that's cutoff worthy, right? Don't throw your garbage. Like, where do you think it's gonna go? She's gonna stay here. Okay, it's getting pretty hot. I have like all these layers, and I didn't care because I thought my jacket, my jacket's gonna cover it the whole time, right? But I have all these layers. It's getting hot. I'm just gonna keep this on. Okay. If you are joining me for this yoga practice, I'm sorry if you can't see me. This is just the best location. Let's see. But go ahead and come to a nice mountain pose. After this yoga practice, I'm actually going to get off live just so I can save my battery. Oh my goodness. Is this gonna work at all? Okay, at this point I don't care about the angle. I just want it to be stable. Finding a nice stable ground to do our mountain pose. So standing with our feet hips width distance apart, and just, getting nice and grounded and rooted through both feet, through all four corners of your feet, so it's equally balanced. And just getting back into those steady breath flows, long, smooth inhales, equal exhales. Just staying for just a few moments to do a few breaths in our mountain pose. Hands can be at your side, palms facing forward. You can close your eyes if you'd like to help you really drop into your body. On your next breath, bring the crown of your head a little bit higher. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders up. Exhale, keep that length, but let your shoulders move down. So it's like there's a string hanging onto the top of your head. And just doing 2 more full deep breath cycles in this posture, in our mountain pose. Our core is nice and activated, standing nice and strong. Our chest is flowering forward. Our shoulders are back and down. And then adding some movement here, so grounding down a little bit deeper through both feet. Bend your knees, swan, circle your arms up. Reach up and out of your waist, maybe come onto your toes. Exhale, hands together, down to your heart. Again, inhale, sweep your hands out and up, find that length. Send that energy upward. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time here, standing, moving along with your breath. Maybe look back. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to do that again, but this time, inhale. Let your hands meet at the top. Interlace all fingers but your index and thumb. Send your hands a little bit higher. And then exhale to one side. Keeping the opposite shoulder from where you're stretching nice and back. Come back to center, reach up higher, inhale. Exhale to the opposite side, keeping the opposite shoulder nice and back. Taking a deep breath in that rib space. And coming back to center, reach up higher. And hands to your heart, hands back down to your heart. Inhale, ground down, bend your knees. We're going to come into a forward fold. Reach up nice and high for length. And hinging from our hips, keep your spine long, go into your forward fold. And you can grab onto like the back of your legs, or you can hook onto opposite elbows to deepen your stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe look left and right, up and down. One more deep breath and then rise. Sweep your arms up. Move with your inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then we're just going to do another forward fold here. Inhale, ground through both feet, bend your knees, sweep your arms out and up, stretch up. And hinging from your hips back down into your forward fold. Taking a few deep breaths here as you deepen the stretch however you'd like. Hands onto your shins for a half lift. And exhale, fold down. Ground through both feet, slowly rise up each vertebrae. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then we're just gonna do twist here. So we're gonna bring our feet a little wider than hips width distance and have like a slight bend in our knee. And we're simply just swaying our arm from one side to the other while we're twisting. One breath, one movement. So you want to adjust the pace of this twist to follow the pace of your breath, which should be long, smooth, slow. And then as we're twisting, the position of our arms get higher and higher. So moving up to our waist, our chest, shoulders, neck. And with your breath, just slowly letting the position of your arms waterfall down until they're all the way down. And then we'll find our Utkatasana chair pose. So bringing our feet back to hips width distance. And sitting back like we're sitting into a chair, but not arching your back, tucking in your tailbone. Sweep your arms up, 45-degree angle. And just breathing with it. One second. They thought, I don't know, they were gonna end my life. Okay, one second. So from our chair pose, take a few deep breaths here. Come to standing, and then we're gonna find Virabhadrasana, Warrior One. So right foot steps forward, and our left foot is back, and we're aligning heel to arch. I don't know if you can see. So aligning the heel of our front foot with the arch of our back foot. arms up, palms facing. Nice arrow straight arms, but your shoulders can be relaxed down. And just bending deep into that front knee. Breathing into it, nice strong activated core. Stay for another breath. Maybe reach up higher, grow taller, and exhale, warrior two. So our feet and our legs are in the same position. Our arms are just, our body is just squared to a face where your legs are facing, arms out to a T, and gazing over your front fingertips. And just breathing here, staying fully active through your whole body. So your core is activated, and that actually helps protect your lower back. And you're standing nice and tall still with our crown of our head reaching up, but your shoulders can be relaxed. Arrow straight arms. Then you're gonna lean into that front hand, drop your back hand, reverse your warrior, bend deep into that front knee, breathe into it. Feel that nice expansion in your rib cage, creating more space for you to breathe. And then side angle here, so right hand can come onto your, just above your thigh, or if you can reach for the ground, reach there, left hand reaching up. And then if you're ready, aligning your arm with your ear for a side angle. And I'll come up into your warrior two, step forward, hands at your heart. And then keeping your left foot forward, step your right foot back so we can do warrior one on our opposite side. Make sure the heel of your front foot is aligned with the arch of your back foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Breathe into it, bend into that front knee. And we're not leaning too forward from our core. We want to keep it nice and straight. Keep our spine nice and straight and tall. Inhaling, nice and deep. And our exhales are just as long as our inhales. Go ahead and take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, reach up nice and high. Exhale for warrior two. So again, our legs, our hips are squared the same direction. We just move the position of our arms from here to here. Warrior two. Take a deep breath, equal exhale. And the smallest adjustment of your front knee moving toward the pinky toe side of your foot, it really, you can feel a nice stretch in your thigh just by doing that slight adjustment there. Stay 2 more breaths. Inhale to lean forward, reverse your warrior. Reach up nice and high, feel that nice expansion in your rib cage. Breathe into it, bend into that front knee. And then as you exhale, we're gonna come down to an extended side angle. So either hooking our arm here or grabbing onto our ankle or foot, and right hand reaching up. And you can either gaze up toward it or gaze forward, whichever feels more stable for you. And staying here or going into extended side angle. Breathe. I need more water. I'm cramping. Oh my gosh, okay. Whew, I need more water. Stay hydrated, guys. Okay, we were in extended side angle. And then from here, you're just gonna inhale, rise back up and step your right foot forward. Come back into your Namaste, release in mountain pose, Tadasana. And then we're coming towards the end of our practice. So we're just gonna go into our tree pose. So making sure Coming back into your mountain pose and making sure you're equally balanced on all four corners of your feet, not leaning more towards one side than the other. And then choosing a drishti point in front of you, so an unmoving focal point in front of you to help you with your balance. Strengthen that core to also help you with your balance. Hands at your heart. And then start to root down a little heavier through that left foot so your right foot can come up. You can stay here if you feel more comfortable here. You can even bring your hands to your hips. But if you want to go into full tree pose, bringing your sole of your foot onto your calf or thigh. Focus on that drishti point in front of you. And steady breaths will also help you here with your balance. So those are all things you want to anchor your awareness onto to really help you stay here for just a moment longer. And then you can add arms if you'd like. Inhale. Reaching up, sending energy up through those fingertips, maybe standing like a tree, spreading your arms out wide. Breathing through it. Go ahead, releasing from there, maybe kicking out any tension, coming onto your toes. Start to root down through that right foot. Keep it nice and heavy, like there are roots growing out of your right foot, really hooking onto the earth. And hands to your heart or onto your waist if that's more comfortable for you today. And left leg can come up and you can stay there or bring it into a full tree pose. Your foot going either below or above your knee, and you may fall out. The most balanced yoga teachers fall all the time, so if you fall out, no worries, shake it off. It's just your reminder to smile, to laugh at yourself. We all have those unbalanced days, but that's why we're doing this, right? So just breathing here, maybe adding arms if you'd like. Taking 2 more breaths here. Releasing yourself from there. And then going into our final posture. Just a nice slight back bend, heart opening posture. So our hands onto our hips. Bring it to your lower back. I'm so sore. Your elbows hugging in behind you, fingertips pointing down. And keep a nice length in your spine. Inhale your heart forward, look up. As you are looking up, your elbows are trying to reach behind you toward each other. Maybe look back if it's okay on your neck. Maybe back bend a little deeper. But you want to stay nice and lifted through your heart space. And just taking a few deep breaths here and maybe saying a few heart-opening affirmations, whatever is pouring out from your heart here. I am grounded. I am centered. I am enough. I am balanced. I am love. So just taking a few moments and just saying whichever affirmations are really pouring out from you easily. Coming back up, and then just coming back into our mountain pose, hands at our sides, palms facing forward. Just breathing here and choosing an intention that you'd like to set for your day. What would you like to take away from this yoga practice to bring with you for the rest of your day? For me, I'd like to stay grounded and centered no matter what comes up. I like to just go with the flow of life today. Let go, surrender. And really sit with that intention for a few breaths. Let it permeate within you. hands to our heart. And my wish for you, my intention for you is that you take all the love, the peace that you've cultivated within you through this practice and spread it out into the world today. And never feel like there's never enough. There's an abundance of these good vibes, this love, this good energy that you can spread out to whoever you come across, whoever comes in your path today. Thank you everyone who's joined me. I will be back on tomorrow. Namaste. Have a good day, everyone.